My daughter didn't invite me to her wedding and chose her mom's boyfriend to walk her down the aisle. My ex-wife Judith left me and our 7-year-old daughter Samantha for a wealthy man she met at work. Steven was loaded, and Judith didn't even fight me for custody. She didn't want Samantha because her new boyfriend wasn't good with kids anyway. For the next 17 years, I raised Sam alone. Never missed a school meeting, never missed her sports events, drove her to parties. I worked as a trucker and enrolled her in cosmetology school when she turned 18. Meanwhile, Judith would breeze in and out with expensive gifts I could never afford, compensating with money for what she could never do emotionally. I thought Sam and I were close. I was wrong. A few weeks before her wedding, Sam told me she didn't want me to walk her down the aisle because it was a patriarchal tradition she didn't believe in. It hurt, but I respected her wishes. 2 days later, I found out by accident there was going to be a walking down the aisle moment. Just not with me. Steven, my ex-wife's boyfriend, the man she cheated on me with, was walking my daughter down the aisle instead. When I confronted Sam, she finally admitted the truth. She'd asked Steven to walk her down the aisle because he wasn't a middle-class piece of junk like me. I don't think I've ever felt pain like that. Even my wife's infidelity didn't hurt as much. Her fiancé, Mark, tried to explain that his family was a bunch of prudes and they needed to look good for them, but I was done. I will not be attending the wedding, I told him. I blocked Samantha everywhere and told her there was no relationship between us anymore. I downed an entire bottle of whiskey that night. The wedding was yesterday. I didn't attend. Early that morning, Sam called me from a friend's phone, hysterical. She was sobbing so hard I could barely understand her. She kept saying her mom had screwed up and she needed me to come salvage the situation. Judith had shown up drunk, absolutely sloshed, and started flirting with Mark's father in front of everyone. Steven had to physically pull her off him. Judith started screaming at the top of her lungs, telling Steven to let her go. Then it got worse. Judith and Steven started fighting. A full verbal blowout in front of all the wedding guests. Judith revealed everything. Steven keeps cheating on her with multiple women. She knows about it, but tolerates it because she can't afford to leave the luxury lifestyle. She's been pushing him to marry her, but he refuses. She unloaded all their relationship problems right there, started beating his chest, grabbing his hair. Steven pushed her in self-defense, and she fell onto chairs and landed on top of one of Mark's guests. This entire spectacle happened in front of everyone. Mark's parents were so humiliated they walked out. Some of Mark's other guests left too. That's when Sam called me, begging me to come fix it. "If you don't save me this time, I'm no father of yours," she screamed into the phone. "I thought I was no father of yours anyway, given how you've been treating me," I said, and hung up. She called back 15 minutes later. I didn't answer. I was crying. I don't remember the last time I cried so much. I wanted to be there for my girl, but she had trampled on my heart as if it were nothing. The wedding was an absolute disaster. Mark's parents left and went no contact with Samantha. Mark ran after them, but couldn't get them back. Sam sent me an email apologizing, but the apology came with blame, that I should have come when she called, that it was my duty as her father to have been there and brought things back to normal. I haven't responded. There's no point because I know she isn't going to understand my perspective. She's hurt me enough, and now I need to protect myself. She was worried that Mark's parents wouldn't like me, which is why Judith and Steven were her preferred parents. But at the end of the day, they're the ones who humiliated her so badly she can't even look at her in-laws anymore. And it was me she had to run to for help. I'm done being her doormat. I gave my life to her and got nothing in return. I joined a biker club in my town. We meet once a week for drinks, and I've made a couple of friends there. They made me a dating app profile, and one of them came over to teach me how to talk to women. I have my first date today with a woman named Casey. She's kind and beautiful, and I wouldn't mind her company at all. It feels good to feel young again, to have friends and a life that's not just responsibilities, but also fun. I've craved this for as long as I can remember. I would much rather have my daughter back, but I guess we don't always get what we want.